President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi met with Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouly and Minister of International Cooperation Mashat on Tuesday to discuss efforts of the ministry regarding cooperation with international partners and financial institutions.
President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi held talks with Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouly and Minister of International Cooperation Mashat on Tuesday that centered on ongoing efforts exerted by the ministry to enhance cooperation with Egypt's international partners and financial institutions. Presidential spokesman Ambassador Bassam Radi said that during the meeting, President al-Sisi demanded continuous cooperation with international institutions to support financing and sustainable development sectors. The head of state gave his directives to an optimal usage and governance of international financing packages, as well as expanding efforts to nationalize industry, investment in human capital, and in environment-oriented projects. Minister Mashat reviewed her ministry's efforts in coordination with the state's concerned bodies to support the national project to develop the Egyptian countryside within the framework of the Decent Life Initiative in a bid to promote the objectives and programs of this project. Minister Mashat also presented her ministry's activities in coordination with the United Nations and various national authorities to implement the strategic framework for the partnership between the two sides, which includes achieving a comprehensive economic development, social protection programs, women's empowerment, as well as projects to encourage innovation and entrepreneurship. The Minister of International Cooperation also referred to the ongoing preparations to organize the first round of Egypt's Forum for International Development Cooperation with the participation of all concerned international and national bodies. She said the forum aims at consolidating Egypt's active role at international and regional levels.
Foreign Minister Sameh Shoukry headed to Berlin on Tuesday to participate in the second Berlin conference on Libya on Wednesday. The minister will deliver Egypt's speech, which is expected to reassert its position over the need to protect Libya's independence, sovereignty and territorial integrity, and to support its people's aspirations for a better future. His address will stress on the necessity to support efforts aimed at activating the comprehensive political process led by Libyans, including withdrawing all foreign forces and disarming terrorist groups in the country. The Libyan Transitional Government and U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken will converge in Berlin for the in-person UN-sponsored talks. The conference aims to expel terrorists from Libya and keep the country on track for the December 24th election. The presence of Russia, Turkey and France had vowed to end foreign meddling in Libya and withdraw foreign terrorists or troops. A formal truce agreed last October led to the creation of a transitional government under Prime Minister Abdelhamid Dbeibeh and a presidential council headed by Mohammed Yunus Menfi, which had promised to hold polls. The National AntiCorruption Academy organized an educational symposium entitled The Evolution of the Administrative Control Authority's Role in Combating Corruption and Supporting Comprehensive Development Efforts in Egypt. The symposium coincided with celebrations marking the Administrative Control Authority's 57th anniversary of its foundation on June 25th of 1964. It included a number of important main axes, including the emergence of Administrative Control Authority and its role in combating corruption, in addition to its impact on comprehensive development and human rights. The symposium highlighted the role played by the Administrative Authority in legislative and institutional development to combat corruption, as well as the role of governance and its efforts to support development efforts in Egypt, in addition to the Information Infrastructure Project and its most prominent achievements. The symposium was attended by members of the Board of Directors of the National Anti-Corruption Academy, a group of ministers and heads of law enforcement agencies. The state prosecution is investigating the cause of a crash involving a freight train crash that rammed into two buses in Helwan on Monday, killing 2 people and injuring 6 others. Health Ministry spokesman Khalid Megahed said that immediately after the accident, 16 ambulances were dispatched to evacuate the injured to 2 hospitals in Helwan. He said the injuries were minor and varied between fractures, bruises and abrasions in places dispersed in the body. Megahed confirmed that all the injured are receiving the necessary treatment and medical care in hospitals until their health condition improves and they recover. The spokesman confirmed also that Health Minister Hala Zaid is following up on the conditions of the injured, as she directed the Undersecretary of the Ministry in Cairo to ensure that all means of medical care are provided to them.